Hello everyone, welcome back to another video by Clip on my YouTube channel, and this video is gonna be about uplifters. So I did covered a lot of topics, but I never covered the uplifters. So I'm gonna show you several types of uplifters you can use in your music. And before we start with this video, I just want to mention that I lost a lot of time trying to make a video about single shot sounds. I have recorded over 20 videos so far. Actually, I tried. So every time I started recording the video about single shot sounds and all the atmospheres around it, I wanted to make one video that will cover that. So every video of those 20 videos I recorded ended up more than 45 minutes. And after 45 minutes in one shot, when I start recording, talking in not native language, showing, working and recording and paying attention on all of the stuff is really challenging. So after some time, if I take it in one shot, which I prefer lately to make a videos just to press record and then to record the whole video, as that way they have the better flow. I ended up every time I recorded those videos like super confused after 45 minutes of talking, and I realized that the whole topic about what I call single shot sounds, those one shot sounds that are atmospheric on the background, actually is not only one sequence in the music. It covers a bunch of things and bunch of techniques. So every video, in every time I tried to record it, I ended up getting lost in one segment of making these single shot sounds. So I realized that I recorded almost 10 hours of material, which is wasted as it wasn't planned. But anyway, I just want to mention that I decided I'm gonna make the new course. It's just gonna be about not single shot sounds, it will be about the sound design in total. As in order to explain those single shot sounds, I would need to explain all sound design and all techniques that I use. You don't need to use this only for these atmospheric single shot sounds. You will see that this is the whole knowledge of manipulating with the sounds and creating different things. And I realized that I'm really good in sound design, and I believe that I spend the most time in exploring this area of sound design, not only the synthesis. I went a little bit step forward, I think, where I combined the synthesis with sampling, with all different things, and how to manipulate with the sounds. When you learn this, I believe that then is only about your creativity. So when you have enough of techniques to start manipulating with the sound, and that you have ideas, when you have all this in your mind, like what you can do with the sound and how to do it, then it will be just only your imagination and your creativity. Anyway, that was it. So let's start with this video. So I still don't have the name for that course. It's probably gonna be sound design, psychedelic something. But anyway, so here we are in this project over here. All right, so I marked uplifters in red. I didn't mark all of them. This one stayed. So this is really popular thing where a lot of risers, a lot of different uplifting elements, which I do not prefer that much, but still I think it will be good to show you because the probably younger generations are more about this. So I'll just play it to you. So I have some long intro over here. So it's a standard tribal new progressive. I cannot call it progressive, but it's some type of mixture of Psytrance and EDM, which is really popular today. And I just wanted to mention like what types of uplifters you can have. As if you start filling with the same one, let's say you used a pitching up uplifter, and then you are just filling the project with them, you won't get that much attention. If you want to have this rising, really crazy moment, if you want to really push it to the roof, you should try to have all different types uplifters. So the first one I have, and this is the one I use most in my music, is the noise uplifter, where we have the noise just going all the way and just the filter opening. This is for me really nice, as it's, I believe, the most transparent one. The noise is just there, but I like to play with a dynamic a little bit. So I will play this one over here. Okay, so I have one note over here, which is 16 bars long. So it's only one note, as you can see, and it's in A. It doesn't matter because it's a noise. This track is in C sharp, but anyway, because the noise does not have tonality. So what do I have over here is only the white noise over here, the filter A and filter 1 and filter 2. The filter 1 is low pass filter and this is high pass filter. So they are both moving as it goes, as it moves forward. So slowly the filter 1 is opening, and then later on I start to add a little bit of high pass filter as well. Now, yeah. And the second thing I have the LFO, which is connected to the level of of the noise oscillator. So what's happening over here is that level is totally down, and then I have the LFO over here. So it's triggering on 1/2, but as it moves forward, I'm speeding up, I'm fasting up this LFO over here. So from 1/2 to 1/4 to 1/8 to 1/16, and etc. etc. So it's moving. But as it moves, as it goes further, the amount of this LFO decreasing and the level is increasing. So that way we are having less and less this dynamic, and that way it is like we are opening the release and the noise is starting to be less and less chopped with the LFO, and it increase this in energy to say. So here, as you can see, the level is rising and the LFO amount decreasing. And these ones I like a little bit of resonance, which will create slightly this pitch feeling, but there's no pitching over here. Everything is just a noise. And these filters I use the most in my music. I actually have prepared several of them, and I just drag and drop them. They are all 16 bars long. I like to have these longer ones. So this is the first type, like the noise uplifter. The second one is the pitched one. I also made it from scratch, from just the sine wave over here, 10 voices, 57 unison. And then I have the LFO connected to the pitch over here. I have, okay, minus 24. And I have this LFO connected to the pitch, rising this way. And it's 16 bars long, as this is the 16 bars long sequence. And I have the filter over here. So basically that is it from there, and I have just the low cut over here. Sorry, I just forgot to mention this noise uplifter. it has mono to stereo because it's mono. Check that. So it is mono. I don't like to have anything in mono inside my low end, so I always like to put all of them in stereo. You can do that with several different plugins. You can even use, if you have PAJ 979, just moving left and right a little bit. Actually, this is the phase, etc., etc. So you can just make it stereo from any other. Is not the topic about that. So the second one is the pitched one. So this, as I said, one saw oscillator minus 24 and then LFO with the 16 bars connected to the pitch and also connected to the filter as well. So I have this rising moment for 16 bars connected to filter and the pitch one, and I have this effect, like gating effect, on the volume, the level of the LFO2. LFO2 actually connected to the level of the oscillator 1, but as you can see, it doesn't go all the way down because then it's just so the half of it, so it's going like this. And basically this is the second type and the easiest one to make. So if you want to customize this now, you can open the second one, just do this, connect it again, select filter 2, and then just change some of the this is the third thing I didn't do, but you can do like on the end of it. If you want to increase a little bit more power, you can just add even the modulation, the pitch wheel actually. I have set here to 24, but you can set maybe to 12, and then when it comes to the end of it, something like this. I didn't do it. If you write perfectly the line to automate it, it will be much better sounding. So this is the second one where we have the pitch, and I do not like this one, are the most annoying as it comes to my taste for various reasons. One is the sound design way, as let's say we are starting in some note over here. So we have the really low frequencies, everything, so it's starting. But when it starts to pitch and when it comes to the end, we won't have anything around here and it will be a little bit thin, everything. But as well, sometimes I will use even the high pass filter to automate this, as when you start automating and cutting the lows and moving up, it will have even more boost on this area. So this is the second type. First is the noise one, the second one are the pitched uplifters, and the third ones are the snare rolls. So I have just the snare in a Cubase sample track, and then I just wrote like, and these type are the speeding ones. So let's say we are starting with, so this is 1/8 of the note, pam, 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 and then it starts moving to 1/4, and then it starts moving to 1/16, actually to 1/8. Okay. So just making it to them to start faster. So this is the third type. So there's just the snare. this is the third type of sounds where you can have some drum elements that will be speeding up. These types I like also as well, as I used to play drums and I like all the rhythmical parts, so this is something I will use as well. And when you are choosing the snares, try to find the bigger ones, something like this over here. And yeah, this would be the third types and the most easy ones that you can make. And the fourth ones are the resonance. I call them resonance filters. I used a lot. Like if you listen my album Into the Void from 2014, I used this trick a lot to build up the tension all the time. As you can see, it's the arpeggio turned on. There's no transpose. It's all one note. And what I did here, I played with the velocity 100, 109, 100, 100, 115, etc., etc. And then velocity is set to resonance and the cutoff. So every time the velocity is bigger, it will trigger a little bit higher cutoff and higher resonance. And with the distortion on top, it will just create this boost. So what's happening over here is that I have automated only the cutoff. And cutoff is automated. So where is the position of cutoff? And resonance is really high over here. So this is the main trick to have a high resonance. So let's say we set on 200 hertz the cutoff, and then I have the big resonance on 200. And then when you start moving, you will have a feeling that is like it's going up. Doesn't, because it's increasing in a higher frequencies. As the cutoff is opening, the resonance is moving on a higher and higher frequencies, so it's increasing the higher harmonics of this what we have here. So yeah, it is having almost the same effect as it's pitching, but doesn't. So if I turn off the distortion, but with the distortion, we get these high frequencies, as it's really distortion is really helping to bring up the higher harmonics. So this is the third or the fourth type. Let me check, like the first 1, 2, 3, fourth type. So it's the resonance one. And I do recommend you to use Silent is amazing for this. So the resonance, as you can see, I made this by a default preset from Silent, as I just, I don't know, I turned off this LFO over here because I want to automate it perfectly. And from this side, I don't think I just changed this ARP over here, as it was this melody, the first one you probably know from Silent. And then the last type of uplifters in this video is the loop ones. So this trick is good only for Cubase. I did try it in Ableton, but it didn't work that good. So what I did over here is that I have recorded, actually exported this part from here. So the drum loop, the full part. But what I did, it's really important to only 1/4 of the note. So I took that 1/4 of the note and put it into this sampler over here. So it's really important that is 1/4 of the note exactly. And then I just bright automations I turned on, and then I just started moving the loop end forward, which created this automation section over here, and then I was able just to automate it as I want. And this is the effect that you get. Also, what I did, I have automated the filter, the tube high pass 18 filter. So it's starting like. As the pitch over here, if I wanted to automate this with the semi notes, it will just down. We will be able to hear each step. So I did use the kilohertz pitch shifter. We'll just pressing over here and just turning them on. So it's pitching. And I could add, let's say, a little bit of reverb as well as it moves forward. Let's say mix down. Okay, right. Just a little bit more before that. And I could add more things to like spread them or to do something, or let's say LFO tool with something like. Let's say something like this. Etc, etc. So there's plenty of things. The main purpose of this is to rise up the energy and bring it to the top. I don't advise you to make this type of the music because I don't like it that much. But anyway, we are all different and we all have a different tastes. So this was my 5 types, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of uplifters. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon with another video. Bye. Ciao.